And a one. And here we are. It's Friday. It's the Modern Fowler Scrum. We have Nico and Paul and Sam. Nico was in first. Hey, Nico, how are things going with you?
For me, I've been working on website one. I'm trying to render the row page with Markdown. So I'm using Shem that is developed by GitHub,
Yep.
and it's called Markup.
Yep.
The other project is using another Shem, but I thought that one that is supported by a great community as GitHub is better
Yeah.
than the other one. So the other thing is on local support. Yeah, you already told me. And website one, the deploy that we did to develop, I was thinking that maybe the views that were displaying like kind of weird. It was a problem with the developed database because we are getting the HTML from the database. So what I thought is, okay, I'm going to deploy to station and take a look. And it's working on station. So maybe you want to take a look at that.
Yeah, definitely.
And that is all.
Great. Excellent. Thank you, Nico. Paul, how are things going with you?
Well, I've been working on my project, the OpenPia Power project. In trying to call an API for an energy monitoring device I've got using OAuth 2. It does, and an HTTPS post. I'm having a bit of trouble. Keep getting saying that can't get a valid certificate. So a little bit of a struggle at the moment, but I'm sure it's solvable.
All right. Yeah. Anything else going on you want to tell us about?
No, that's about it.
Good show. Good show. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Going on to me. So, yeah, I've managed to. Yeah, I was working on my notebook, giving feedback to the client who's been working through a pivotal tracker. Still hoping that will kick off next week when they hopefully make their deposit payment. These things are, I don't know, but people are never. There's always a talk about giving you money for ages, and then they never quite fall over themselves to actually give you the money. And you have to kind of go, oh, you have to keep on chatting and being relaxed, and friendly, and then if you're lucky, the money comes through. Also put in the new proposal to the NHS for the new project there. Pleased to get that done. And then we had the React mob, which was only me, but I did play around with our React Bootstrap, and I've got a fixed background thing here, and it's just nice. Sort of playing with putting different items in. The thing that I'm trying to work towards is would we not that one, lost it. Oh no, I pulled it on a different screen. We've got our prototype of which was a potential new design for the homepage, sort of for a scene and these different items talking about the nice features in Agile Ventures. And so I'm kind of just experimenting to see what kind of new homepage layout could we achieve easily within it's exploring Bootstrap, but then it's the particular React Bootstrap bundle there. So yeah, not as much progress as I would like, but not unpleasant. Yes, I don't know that I have any immediate huge blocks. We've got the Agile Dev mob coming up in a couple of 3 hours from now. Yeah, and then the async voter meeting. Yeah, that's about the size of it. I think that's our Scrum. Sounds like, Nico, you and I should have a look at a few bits and pieces. Make sure we get them done.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to show us any more? Paul, do you want to show us any more of the thing that you're struggling with to see if we can help, or are you happy just...
Actually, one thing I didn't mention, I've been in contact with a guy who goes under the name of Crafty Coder.
Oh, yes.
He's one of Sigu's guys.
Yeah.
And he says he's a Python man. Knows a bit of Ruby. But yeah, so he wanted to know if there were any Python open source projects.
Mm.
So I suggested you might have a look at Home Assistant, which I know it isn't an Agile Ventures one, but is one that I've been looking at because it does IoT, you know, and that sort of thing. And I might, in fact, work out some sort of cooperative arrangement with him.
Yeah, great.
So if he helps me with the Python side of Home Assistant, you know, understanding how it works, but I'll help him where I can with Ruby.
Yeah.
So that might be promising.
Excellent. Good show. Yeah, no, I hope that's all. What this is all for is trying to connect people up serendipitously, and have you know, good interactions going on there. Good stuff. Well, so let's move on then to just looking. So if we go to the staging server, is it up and running at the moment?
No.
Oh,
I turned it off today because
do you want to just quickly turn that on? And I guess while you do, I might just go to local support and pull down the pull request that you're keen to get merged in. That's this one. Tell me when the staging server is on, and
It's on. Because I was already prepared the dashboard.
You had it ready to set up. So so we've got this. Yeah, maybe turn the develop server on as well.
Sure.
It's kind of as you say, the contents for the you know, the I mean, what it is, it's the code page, or what have you. These are stored in the database. Although, it's interesting. We haven't had such a distinction. I mean, I guess the thing to do to double check would be to take the contents of the code page from staging and copy it out. So here, this is staging, and so if we go through the code, that looks. I mean, the code that's been recently changed.
Yes.
The thing let's have a look at.
But if you will go to develop, it's going to be different.
Yeah, let's have a look here. But the learn page there.
Yes.
Yeah, if we go to develop, and so I won't have updated that there.
Yeah, that is what it happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, and does that? I don't know. I saw it before. The if we go to learn, okay. Interestingly, there is.
You have to put learn 1.
Okay, fair enough. But so we have the same problem there. That's interesting. I mean, what I'm more interested immediately to do is just go in here, like staging, so we don't have the problem with pair. It's like there. But if we log in there and so this is pair here. I mean, is it just it's also, I noticed that there's a size difference here. So if we try going up, no, that's all good. And on here, I can't log in with GitHub. For some reason, that's never worked. We have here. That's really weird, isn't it? It's there at all sizes. And on this site, we don't immediately have.
Check the HTML. You will see that is there. I mean, the part of the code is it is 2 columns where you have pair and where you have the text.
Right, and that's different from here.
And that, I think, is from. For example, if you go to the HTML that is working on the growth page or in the learn or pair page, you will see that in the code. In the HTML page, you will see the 2 columns.
Right, you're saying if I do inspect on one of these things, we'll see the difference of it. Yeah,
but that is also what it is in the page that is not being rendered from the database. I don't know if I'm.
Do you mean that I mean, we can see that. I'm just going to switch on develop so that we can edit the pages here and see the contents, which I'm going to do by adding a new config variable into the develop setup. which I think is edit underscore static
Here.
pages, and we'll say true and add that. And then if I reload this page, then yeah, I mean, I guess it.
For example,
I mean, I think this contents is generated by the sort of the seeding operation.
here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
See this part?
Yeah.
This is the circle that is appearing, and it's here in learn, in growth. It is
right, but
placed
that's there.
But this should not be used, I think.
Yeah, I mean that those
by the code.
Those pages, is that maybe a default that gets displayed if there is no set content or something?
Maybe, yeah. That's
so I've got it here, like, so on.
Because, for example, when we go to static pages, we have this show here. And maybe if there is nothing here, Rails is defaulting to something.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Here.
And I'm just going to go in here and click edit on the pair page.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, yeah, it definitely seems to. Well, the interesting thing is this seems to be the content in the database. If I so here, like this HTML, that should be the
content in the database.
Yeah, that's being drawn out of the database.
Okay.
So and if I then save and replace this here and then save, yeah, so it certainly seems like, yeah, and now pair is working on develop in the way that we expect it to.
Okay.
Yeah, so that certainly seems like that shouldn't be a blocker for the release. It's an interesting question about, yeah, just I guess develop had some weird, I don't know if that's the seeded data. It's interesting that you bring up that. Now, where were we finding those show and learn pages?
In static pages.
Well, so this is, I'm on website 1 here in static pages. I don't have.
Or pages. There.
Okay.
There.
Oh, no, that's interesting, isn't it? Right. Yeah, so we've got these. I guess these are kind of defaults for many of these pages. That's interesting. I guess there's the pages and routing, and okay. So the way this then works is, so we've got our routing. It's supposed to go to static pages show. Let me jump from there. No. Controllers, static pages show. Right. And then so it goes to try and find the page.
Yes.
And then the friendly fire. So presumably there's a possibility that the database doesn't have that contents. We've got this get page ID. Okay. Pulls out the Mercury stuff. We got the page that just gets the position in the tree.
Yep.
And then we've got the view, the static pages. Static pages show. And so here, Control F, we look for page title. The page body is clean and pulled in there. I think probably, I wonder, is it the seed? Is the seeding thing? Have we got anything in here about row? No. Or even about pages? Ah, look. DP import pages.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, there's maybe a task in there. Here we go.
4 pages.
This looks like the one.
Yeah.
So this is, yeah, it's going in static page create. apps, views, pages. What is this? Yeah, so I think it's right. We've got like a. It's very okay. Yeah, so we've got this like pages as a. There's no pages controller. So we've got like this confusing view set up here, which is like we've got all these pages here,
Yes.
and they're just used as part of the seeding operation and not as part of the yeah, okay.
System.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good to know.
Yeah. If we switch to GitHub, we won't need even the table that we are using now.
No, well, the thing about using GitHub, as we've been talking about, the Odin project is that we will need to store the contents of the pages in the database. Like we can we can in principle reach out directly to GitHub and pull the data back over the API. But what that means is that every time someone comes to our site,
yes,
then there would be a hit on GitHub's site as well. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Like let's say that the contents of the code page was stored on GitHub. Yeah. So and I trust me, I built a system with exactly this model before, and it ultimately ran into a lot of problems just in terms of like the GitHub API keys and like running out of capacity and this stuff, and I struggled for a long time.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. But so what the Odin project is doing is they're storing the stuff in GitHub, but they have an import task that pulls the data off GitHub and stores it in their local database, and then whenever anybody comes to their site, the stuff is being loaded directly from their own database, which means they've decoupled. You know, they can basically once a day do an update, get the latest stuff. It means that the changes that they publish to content on GitHub don't immediately show up in their site.
Okay. Yep.
But actually, when it's static content, you don't need it to immediately show up if it takes a day, or you can, if you're in a hurry, you rerun that task.
Perfect. Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, that's probably enough. I will pull out this search local events on Local and give you a review and
cool.
Get that merged in. Good stuff. All right. That's our Scrum and the after Scrum. Look forward to seeing you both again real soon.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye.